Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Copenhagen LAN. This time we'll be casting a little bit of Highlander. As myself, Jay Kawadi, here with me is Chandler for the first time in real life in the same casting booth. Finally, we've been able to do this and arrange this in a LAN setting, so I'm super excited about the whole situation here, especially that we have some really amazing talent coming with us to the Highlander LAN as well, with an amazing prize pool of 3,000 euros to be grabbed. So, Chando, first things first, the teams that we're going to be casting today are going to be Sensations and one more.
And Budget Toucans, or Budget Lankans, as they are called for this Copenhagen LAN. Two pretty renowned teams, both of which have got a lot of experience playing in TF2 and UGC. Budget Toucans been playing since Season 8, I do believe. Sensations from about Season 10, so they're both quite renowned, well experienced. They've got a lot of experience together. Budget Toucans have just made their way back into the Prem scene, in fact, for the current ongoing Highlander season. So it'll be good to see how they perform. And Sensations currently at around the top high. So both teams very much, I could say that they're quite close together in terms of their performance. So it'll be a very close game on these maps tonight, which are Coal Plant and Product. So very much looking forward to seeing some of the DM work out from the demos. I believe Shaggy is going to be playing for Toucans, who's actually made a Demo Man of the Season a few seasons back. So his DM is really well renowned throughout the scene. So looking forward to how he's going to play as well.
Definitely. I mean, both teams have really good lineups here, especially Budget Toucans. In this case, they're called Budget Lankans. As we have some really nice names here. Scout is going to be Alfie. He's also playing the Sixes tournament here, as well as you mentioned yourself. Demo is going to be Shaggy, very renowned demo man, as well as Qfrol. He's going to be playing on Engineer. He's played a lot of Sixes back in the day, as well as Highlander. So I'm really interested to see what he brings to the table as well for that team. DVS is going to be on Medic as well. So that's a very seasoned player that will be able to bring a lot of the medical strategy to the game. As we all know, Highlander is a very, very strategical game here. As for Sensation, the name is the same as a few seasons ago. However, the lineup is a little bit changed. They have a few mix-ups there, and as a result, the team is a little bit more mixed than we hoped so. But we still have a few good names here, like, for example, Skyper on Demo Man. He's an incredible Demo Man with a lot of damage output, very aggressive playstyle, so we'll be looking for that aggressive jump-ins, probably this separating from their combo quite a lot. As well as we have here, Dave the Irate is going to be a medic. He has picked Skyper himself, so he may have to expect that kind of aggressive playstyle out of Skyper. As well as, we have other names. Here, Scout's going to be Max. He's been playing quite a lot of Sixes, so we're hoping to see that kind of Sixes DM on the flank with Squirrel, who's going to be supporting him on the Soldier class. So that's a lot of names for now. As we're starting off with that game, there's quite a few more games to be waiting here. We also have Lucrosa, Kazoo Kids, Twisted, and Strong Opinions, probably the biggest turn up here, as the Strong Opinions actually are playing with the Season 14 lineup that has actually achieved quite a lot, and that lineup is pretty much unchanged from the last season in ETF2L. Definitely very, very difficult obstacle for all the other teams to beat. However, we also have quite a few other teams. We have Sensation, like I said, Twisted, also one of the better teams here. As the Twisted has a pretty good lineup here. Viljak on Scout, he used to play Spy, but now he's switching to the Scout class, playing quite a lot of Sixes, so he can bring that DM to the table. Foz on Soldier, as well as Milchman is going to be sniping for them, and Diox on Spy. So the pick potential of that lineup is incredibly good.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's some really insane players coming back, and coming back from taking I guess you'd call it a bit of a retirement. Viljak making a comeback on the Scout class, Milchman as well, Deox, as you said. I mean, and it's really nice on Strong Opinions as well to see some of their more vintage roster there with like the Lash, Raptor, Steve. They've all come back. They're playing their main classes, and it is in fact a perfect replica of the Strong Opinions that we all loved back from Season 8, Season 9 approximately, who were, performing maybe at their very best that we've ever seen in European Highlander, with the likes of Ali and Emilio Estevez. So it's a really brilliant roster to see there, and it's incredible that they are all able to get into LAN as well. So I'd say that, correct me if I'm wrong here, Jake, but I'd say that Strong Opinions are probably the favourite to win, but second to that, I'd also have to maybe put a shout out to the Twisted roster with the likes of Viljak, Yak, Milshman, as I already said, and also Budget Toucans as well, having the players like Shaggy, Porky, DVS, a lot of big names as well. But is there any team particularly for you that stands out?
Well, apart from Strong Opinions, who definitely are the titans of this LAN and definitely need to be looked out for, I think there's quite a few teams who have the chance, like Lucrosa, for example. Lucrosa also has a good lineup, but we're getting a little bit of a note from the production crew that we are about to go live, so we'll skip to the game itself, as we're going to be playing on Product and Coal Plant, two quite established maps, especially Product one, as it is very often played win sixes. Very DM heavy, long sniper sightlines, a lot of vertical play. That definitely is going to reflect in the snipers and the spy plays as well as the flank. The combo has a little bit of trouble moving around, so it needs to be really well protected. As for Coal Plant, it's a little bit more of a cough map. Not really played that often in sixes, so definitely something fresh, something new. Also, good sniper sightlines, so you need to be always watching out for that sniper.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this particular match is really going to come down to a battle between the demos especially, and two very strong demos indeed. Shaggy and Skyper both playing at the top of the Highlander scene for a long time. And as you said, sniper sightlines as well. Again, two good snipers. Porky played in Prem for a few seasons, I think with Failer for one season, and with Toucans as well. Ollie as well, a player who we probably don't know that much about, but has definitely just shot up in terms of his performance recently. He came from basically from nowhere, and now all of a sudden he's fighting at top high, maybe even contesting some Prem snipers. So very good to see as well. So, I mean, ultimately, these maps really favour strong demo men and strong snipers, and both these teams certainly have what it takes to take victory.
Well, we'll have really interesting games. Both maps are going to be cough, so there's a lot of action going on, non-stop action, and probably quick rounds in between, depending on how each of the team feels. Right now, we're watching a little bit of a pre-game, just watching how the teams will probably settle themselves. And Chana, what do you think? What are we going to be seeing more from these teams, seeing their lineup? I mean, we know Skyper is a really aggressive demo, so probably he'll be pulling the whole combo behind him, trying to catch up to him. I just hope that he doesn't really overextend that much. He's not too aggressive, because that could be really detrimental. Skyper could be left alone, and as a result, the whole damage out of the demo man could be very crucial here as a loss. As for the other team here, Budget Toucans, well, they have a very kind of balanced lineup here. Definitely Proki is a very good sniper, so the other team here, we'll have to watch out for him.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, as you're saying with Skyper, his playstyle, from what I've seen, is very much high risk, high rewards. If he can get in there and get the damage done, he can easily take a point, leading the charge, easily capture that point. The downside, obviously, being he sometimes has got that problem of overextension, getting picked off, or his team not being able to follow up quick enough, and that can lead to horrific consequences with no demo man on a map like Product and like Coal Plant as well. So it's really going to be a case of how they can control Skyper, both his team being able to play around him in a good way, and also the enemy team being able to maybe single him out and get the pick.
As both teams actually getting live here, they're slowly getting to the middle point here. Shaggy actually following up much quicker than Skyper. Skyper's trying to retaliate, but only on 50 HP. He's not going to be able to do much, as currently both teams sitting on each side of the point, behind the rock, trying to scope each other out. 5 seconds till the point is unlocked. A lot of kills here for the blue side here. Skyper leading the charge, going in, the drop going on as well. No, yep, there it goes. And the whole red team is actually pretty much wiped. Only Medic is up on the Crit Streak Nightmare as well, and the blue team is entirely up, capping the point and currently setting up.
Yeah, brilliant start there by Sensation there. Brilliant picks, and getting that point very, very swiftly. And now the respawn's coming up for Budget Toucans there. Piney going to be able to get the shotgun down onto the Soldier Squirrel, and now it's just a case of how well Sensations can hold this position. The crits, however, comes out from Shaggy. What's he going to get? He manages to get Ollie, but he's going to get blasted back there. Not the best crits we've seen. He managed to get one pick off it, and the counter Uber comes up now. And Fire able to get that backstab onto Porky. Alfie going down as well. Creedu too. Loads of picks coming in for Sensation. This is not what we expected, but it's very good to see Sensation holding this point very well. It's a nice passive playstyle from them. They sort of baited that crits out and then used their Uber back in straight away and just crushed any aggression from Budget Toucans.
Yeah, well played there by Dave, holding that Uber charge, managing to counter this crit streak, and well done. They managed to actually save this point, but Nightmare is going behind, stabs the demo, stabs the sniper, and going for the medic, finally getting caught up by this Pyro here, as they're slowly getting back on the point here. Budget Toucans have the disadvantage of the point. They're slowly trying to get it in. Not quite working out for them yet, but they're pushing out the Sensation. Finally, Sensation actually leaving the point. They do have the Uber disadvantage here with DVS hitting that 100% crit streak, only 80% on Dave. They will have to be very careful. Maxi actually taking out the sniper, going for the medic. Not quite yet, as the sentry from Qferl is taking him down. They're still kind of trying to scope each other out, but DVS actually going down there, and there's a 100% Uber charge for Dave, which means it will be very easy for them to push into this point.
Absolutely, yes. You can see they're getting ready to make that push, coming in from the right side there. Heavy taking the lead there. Jump from Shaggy comes in, gets the force out, but does get picked off himself along with Piney as well. Now there's no one really to contest the point, and Sensation are pretty much going to be able to take this for free. They did have to use there, but DVS was already down. He's back on the Uber now, though. I guess they tried the crits. I mean, I know Budget Toucans are a fan of the crit streak, but I think they've got to accept when it just isn't going to work, and they're back on the Uber now. I think that's a good decision for them.
That was a nice strategy for the beginning, but unfortunately Dave is way too experienced here and managed to counter this quite easily. Both teams currently fighting up the point. Piney's actually getting a few nice blasts from the flamethrower. Now Shaggy's on the point, spamming the combo. Combo is on the left side. Sniper is trying to find the pick. Finally, point goes to Budget Toucans, as the timer is already 1 minute and 12 seconds for Sensation. Not much time to work with. Currently, the point is in control of Budget Toucans, trying to find some picks here on the flank, but Sensation is very, very far back, trying to build this Uber. Ollie actually goes down there to a nice rocket from Krima, as they're slowly losing players, but keeping their medic alive, and also the spawns being so quick for them, it's not much of a loss, especially that they are working with a nice advantage of time.
Absolutely. Now just Budget Toucans holding this very aggressively, something we haven't seen from Sensation, but the Uber actually comes out. It's going to go onto the scout though. Maxi taking this one. Good backstab onto Porky by Fire, but Maxi going to get picked off by Kerfel there. Piney getting the pick onto Fizzy Pug as well. So they're going to be able to hold this for now. Shaggy putting out some good damage there from the left side, and yeah, I mean, now they can just kind of hold back a little bit. They're holding this really well, equalizing that time, and that's all they've got to do. It's something we haven't seen Sensation doing. They are getting the point quite well, but they play so passive and let Budget Toucans just walk onto the point. As I say that though, Sensation just playing that point really well. Maxi just stubbornly going to take that point. They're going to be able to damage them out there, and they're going to be able to take the Skyper. Did go down there, so we might see a quick repush from Budget Toucans. Yeah,
points is about equal in terms of time, as right now Budget Toucans are trying to get on the point. They're spamming out the enemy. They're actually capping this. Sensation having a little bit of trouble, but look at this. Fire goes in, stabs the medic, stabs the demo. That the entire combo is down right now, as Fire making his way all the way back. The point is up for grabs, but no one from Sensation is actually capping. Skyper finally catching up to it, waiting for the rest of the team to catch up to him as well. 4 times on the point is going to go to the way of Sensation quite easily.
Very well played by them now with 50 seconds left for both teams. Still could easily go either way, and you see Nightmare trying to get that stab. Does get caught out. Heavy Weapons guy taking him down. That is Mop on the Heavy Weapons guy there, and they are just you can see they're holding this fairly passive still, and I'm not sure if that's the best decision. Budget Toucans haven't had any trouble taking this aggression and taking the point there. Shaggy leading the charge a little bit, putting down some good damage there as Piney comes in aggressively with his scout. Creedu, he does go down, and Crimer though, aggressive on the flank, gets the pick onto BV. Fizzy Pug as well, getting sniped there. Brilliant plays by Porky. And they're going to have to give this up again. And they're just the aggressive playstyle from Budget Toucans seems to be working in their favor there, as Piney runs in, takes down Mop with that Dragon's Fury. This is the first time I may have seen the Dragon's Fury in Highlander competitive, and it sure is working out for him. A brilliant aim, and yeah, I mean, that thing is so powerful at the moment.
Right now the red team here, Budget Toucans, are controlling the point. They have the better time at the moment. Right now the spawn is up for Sensation, slowly making their way in. Skyper has that Uber charge going in. with that single flash, going and trying to find as many kills as they can, but there's a counter pop from DVS. Shaggy is trying to follow up with the damage. Not much to do here, but Medic goes down. There's Doggo trying to hold himself, but he's not going to be able to do it as Kratos finishing him off. Skyper is still up. Skyper is still trying to take off the demo off the map, but is not quite managing to do so, and the first point of this game goes to the way of Budget Toucans.
I really wasn't impressed by that pop there from Sensation. I mean, Skyper sort of went in. He went in so aggressively, but really, the rest of his team just weren't following up at all, and it was just him and the medic, and they got the force off, and then before they knew it, they were caught out almost without an Uber, and no one was really there to help them. They just had to back up, and funnily enough, Skyper was the last person to die, but not the best Uber we've seen. High bomb coming in from Krymer, though, gets denied big time by the scout, and Skyper coming up aggressively on the right-hand side. He's taking a lot of damage. He falls back to his medic there, and now it's kind of stalemating, but brilliant revolver play, taking down DVS. No medic for the Toucans, no demo man either. The mini sentry takes him down, and they can surely walk this in. They're getting so many picks, but they're not coming to the point. Finally, they're getting some players onto the point there, and it looks like they're going to be able to take this. That was a really good pick there by Fire, and good follow-up by the rest of his team.
Yeah, Toucans just falling apart of losing their medic. It was very crucial, their pick by Fire. Well done. He's still lurking in the behind. Look at him. He's so far ahead from his team, trying to find some kills, trying to find some frags there. He relaying all the information that the enemy team is currently walking up the cliff, trying to find a good spot as well. They don't have that Uber charge at all. Well, it's 100% for Dave right now. Nice headshot onto Maxi by Proki. It's a one scout down for the enemy team, definitely slowing them down a bit, but look at this, Skyper holding quite defensively. They need to pop it, but they do. They go in and aggressively, they're trying to get the medic. A lot of damage being put out. Fizzypuck trying to chase off the medic, but DVS is still alive and running. It's a lot of people to help him out, and now he has that Uber advantage here, 60% for him, trying to reclaim this point.
Absolutely. Dave actually getting Ambassador down there by Nightmare. DVS actually getting backstab in return. Both medics down, both by spies. They are on absolute rampages at the moment here, ladies and gentlemen. But the fight is still hot there. But it's going to be Piney. He's doing so much work with that Dragon's Fury. Oh man, that thing needs to be banned big time. He is absolutely decimating Sensation with that thing. And Budget Toucans had no trouble, despite losing their medic, just running straight back in there. Brilliant plays. He's now on a 4K. He just runs in and takes down the sniper as well. Playing on the back lines. Look at where he's playing now. Up in that, look at that hidey spot. He's ready for the medic again. Can he get it? You know, he wants Maxi, but he can't quite get him. He gets caught out, but he's done really well there.
Quite insane. Nightmare actually surviving this stab, tried to trick stab the medic, but didn't quite manage to do so. Dave's still quite alive and happy. There's a few rockets being flown his way, but Fire quickly dismantles that Kryma rocket launcher there on the flank. Fizzypuck is currently right up at their nose, trying to also deflect some rockets, some bullets, as well as a Mop Doggo walking in forward strong with 100 health only. He's still trying to take some damage for the team. Currently the point belongs to Budget Toucans. They're quite safe here. Max is trying to find a kill in the background, but not managing to do so. DVS is quite low on health, but he's still fine. 100% Uber for him. 85 on the other team. Going in with that pop, trying to save the point from being lost. Currently halfway capped, all the way back here going Sensation, reclaiming their teammates, trying to wait for some respawns, and now they have a full 100% Uber advantage to work with.
Absolutely, they're in a very good position here, but Dave falling very weak, actually has to use his Uber so early, and that is going to be more or less wasted. They might be able to get some players to the point, but it's not going to be too efficient. They are able to actually times for the point there, so good aggression. They made the best of a bad situation there, Jake. I mean they got the early force, but brilliant headshot by Ollie onto DVS there is going to give Dave an even bigger advantage. Counter jump from Shaggy. He tried to equalize it, but it wasn't quite going to work there. Kills back and forth, but for now, it's still in favor of Budget Toucans. They need to actually commit to this point. They still haven't got it quite, and Budget Toucans don't want to give it to them either. Someone needs to commit to it, though, because at the moment, and a brilliant stab there by Nightmare, actually taking down Ollie as well. No one's really committed to this point. I think they finally get it, actually. My apologies, but took quite a while from them.
Ollie was denying so much room there. I mean, taking down the medic was very dangerous, and the other team actually had to reckon him as a really big threat. Here's Skyper on the flank, behind the cliff, all by himself. Dave going down, actually, somewhere in the middle. Mop Doggo is all by himself, just trying to sacrifice themselves. Nightmare solo on health, taking down Skyper randomly as he gets shot down as well. So that's a little 1-for-1 trade. As well as here, Budget Tokens finally reclaiming the point. 1 minute and 9 seconds to go for Sensations. They're currently 1 point down as they're trying to do something about the situation. They're currently quite aggressive. They have their respawns faster than the other team. In fact, the other team just respawned. They're making their way, but Shaggy going aggressively for Skyper and Dave, but didn't quite manage to pick the right target here. Fizzybug also finishing off Piney, and now the point belongs to Sensations.
I don't know if you saw, there was a brilliant double stab there by Fire. He took down DVS, and I think it was Porky as well, which basically opened up huge amounts of space for Sensation. They had a heal advantage. They didn't have to worry about that sniper sightline either, so they were able just to walk straight onto the point there. I think that was Shaggy's attempt to try and equalize the Ubers there. Fire is absolutely burning it up right now, doing so much work for his team, constantly getting the picks that they need to make the pushes here. But look how passive they're playing at the moment. I don't know if this is the right way to handle it. I mean, it could. They seem to be giving a lot of space up to Budget Toucans when the Toucans want to take that space. But Piney going down is going to slow things down for Toucans a little bit there. And Credo as well, no scout either, so the flank's going to be in control by Sensation for now, and it's kind of stalemating at the moment there. They're just buying their time, trying to get the right picks, trying to get the damage here. Bit of aggression from Krymer and Shaggy, but Doggo as well getting sniped is going to give a load of opportunities for the Toucans to push us in. They've got to get on point soon though, and they do pop the Uber there, but it is isolated. DVS very much by himself as the Pyro just isolates him. But they are getting on the point here. It's just Dave. Someone else has got to come and help that guy.
Dave's staying alive so long. He tried to save Skyper there, follow him a little bit too deep, and now got separated from the rest of the team. Unfortunately, the point belongs now to Budget Toucans with 0 seconds left for Sensations. If they cap the point, that means that the point is theirs, and they managed to equalize the overall score. But now Fire making his way back again. He's invisible. Pyre is not really spy checking yet. Here, Piney is trying to look for the Pyre, but not quite managing to do so. Nice body shot onto Piney, but didn't quite manage to finish the job. DVS, Fire has him in his sight, but no. He's got spotted out here. Nice Gerardi onto Alfie. He's out of commission here. Budget Toucans actually forgetting the point. Busy so much. I mean, they were so busy trying to chase Fire that they completely forgot about the point, and now Sensations actually managing to reclaim it.
That was a brilliant tactic there by Sensation. They just completely committed to the point there. They weren't bothered about getting frags. They did manage to get the kill onto Shaggy as well, which would make things very possible for a push onto the point there. Probably the most important pick when you're trying to actually take the point, which probably opened up some opportunity there. But we are live now into the third round. First pick, Skyper goes down, Squirrel as well. Two massive DM classes, Maxi 2, Ollie, so many kills coming in favor of Budget Toucans there. They can just storm across the point, managing to take down Fizzybug as well. Not a single player lost, and almost a wipe for Sensation there. Brilliant first point, brilliant first play by Budget Toucans.
Complete wipe there. I mean, Heavy finally got down after his teammates respawn, so it was pretty much a wipe by Budget Toucans. Really well done. Good DM. Taking down Skyper in the first second of the game was really important here, but look at this Krima trying to take down Squirrel. Squirrel solo health, finally getting finished off by Piney there with the nice shotgun here. Skyper getting damaged again, separated from his medic. Dave is having trouble keeping up with the aggression of his demo man. Right now, currently trying to get through the left side. If you're looking at the point from the blue spawn, trying to find some spot to get squeezed through. Krima is saving this spot with Credo, and the engineer is putting up his mini sentry. Kufio actually 1v1ing Skyper, but looks like he's losing that battle. It's very difficult. Dave catching a random pill, but he's fine now as they have a 30% disadvantage. I mean, Budget Toucans are definitely in control of this point in this round.
So far, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm really liking this aggressive playstyle from them. They had a perfect aggressive setup. They had their sort of combo on the cliff. They had their flank playing on the like the grass area, concrete, and they had their heavy kind of in between. And they just had it completely shut down, and that would really enable them to just run down that timer significantly. Only 1 minute 50 left. It's completely doable for them. The Uber comes out by Dave there. DVS actually getting stabbed. I think that was a drop as well. And then Fire going in and getting the revolver down onto Shaggy, absolutely destroying Budget Toucans. And that is going to make what was initially a pretty unsuccessful Uber the perfect push. And they're able to get that with only losing their sniper.
That's insanely good play there. I mean, Fire was basically doing everything for them. He was trying to get a nice stab, a little bit of a distraction, and that worked perfectly as DVS was not literally looking behind him. Getting stabbed, dropping that Uber, very crucial in that engagement there, saving Budget Toucans, well, as many as they can from that loss. As they're trying to get on the point by force. I mean, they don't have the Uber, neither of the teams does, or do. As they're trying to get on the point again, Shaggy is actually focusing now on the Heavy. If Heavy goes down, Up Doggo, trying to chase down Dave as well, but a nice headshot by Ollie, taking down the Soldier for the red team. Budget Tokens are in control of the point currently. Quick response coming up for Sensations, so they're going to be trying as well to reclaim the point.
Absolutely, they took that without any trouble really whatsoever there. Managing to get that pick onto Skyper. It seems to be a common theme that as soon as Skyper goes down, they sort of lose all control of the point there. So maybe they need to work on playing around him a lot more or reining his aggression in a little bit. Uber's going to be coming out in favor of Toucans there. Credo managing to get the pick onto BV, but more or less a pretty insignificant Uber exchange there. And Shaggy still playing really aggressive, just leading the defense, doing a lot of work. Alfie winning the heavy 1v1. In fact, now Shaggy's not quite done. He's pushing up on the left side. Piney as well. He wants these frags and he's getting them. He takes down Skyper. Looks like he might be able to take down Ollie as well with the help of Crimer. And he's coming in on the left side there, getting a load of damage in, but Dave's going to be the one who actually takes him down with the crossbow there. So lucky to get away with his life. Piney with that Dragon's Fury is absolutely terrifying. And yeah, I mean, really good aggression is going to buy them a lot of time. Only 30 seconds left. So it's more than doable for Budgie Toucans now. They just need to hold on to, DVS needs to hold on to that Uber advantage there, and they've got this in the bag. Yeah,
Krima is so aggressive on the flank. I mean, he's such a menace, trying to bomb the medic pretty much 24/7, sacrificing himself. Even if he fails, he still goes for Dave, and Dave has a really tough time dodging all these rockets. But currently, they're trying to get on the point here. Red team, Budget Toucans have the 100% charge, 90% for Sensation. Going in with the Uber charge, Budget Toucans going in. There is a counter pop coming in from blue side. Trying to block the damage, block the point. There's a very little time on the point itself, but looks like, oh, didn't quite manage to get to it in time. Second point of this map, or third and overall, goes to the way of Budget Toucans. I mean, overall, right now, we have very, very equalized match.
Incredibly close at the moment, really. I mean, that Uber exchange there was really going in favor of Sensation, getting the key picks. They took down Shaggy. I think they took down Alfie and like so many players, and Piney as well, but they just couldn't get any players on the point in time. It was a real shame to see there. We're going into the next round there. Maxi going down, Alfie as well. So both the Scout and the Heavy as well, both down. Piney as well, looking maybe in favor for Budget Toucans here. Getting a lot of good picks in there. Dave actually getting piped, goes down. Skyper as well, Fire 2, and Ollie. Crimer on the flank there, absolutely decimating. As per usual, Credo following up as well on the 3K. Brilliant work from the Budget Toucans flank.
Once again, it's the same situation as last round. They just went in on the point, got all the kills they needed, only Heavy surviving, and Heavy is not a threat if he's all by himself, as currently Budget Toucans taking all the aggressive spots they can. They're on the health bags, they're on the cliff, and Alfie is in the middle on what we call the Japan, trying to take down the enemy team and block them in their own spawn. I mean, they have so much trouble staying alive at the moment. 100% charge for DVS. Dave is currently building his. That's only 50% for him. Fires again, looking for an engagement here, all the way behind. Medic doesn't look. Oh, he stabs the Demo Man. Didn't quite got the medic, but the Demo Man is a good pick enough, as it really frees up the left side of the map. Going in with the Demo Man is going Sensation. Dave is about to hit his 100% charge. They will be able to exchange this. There's only 5 people up for the red team. Budget Toucans need to take a seat back for this one and not engage too much. They will delay the point with the Uber charge. Nice 2 kills by the Soldier. Krima is doing quite a lot of work, going for the medic, forcing it out from Dave. Skyper is trying to chase off the kills. Actually, DVS, very nice surf there, going off all the way back, and even if that counter pop didn't manage to get what they wanted.
They did so well with that aggressive hold, Budget Toucans. They've already clocked down almost half of the time they needed to take this victory. If they can win this one, they will take this map. So there's everything to play for them now. They're still holding pretty aggressive at the moment. It's really, really good to see, and they're doing it so successfully. Any attempt for Dave to sort of Uber in, he loses so many players on his way in, and basically ends up soloing it on Skyper, and that's not what you want to do. You need to get as many players in as you can, really, and that's something that they might have to be working on.
And the time, look at the time. The time is not on their side. There's 1 minute to go for Budget Toucans, 3 minutes to go for Sensations. They're struggling to get their team together. Look at this, 3 people alive for the blue team. Entire red team is up and controlling the point. They're about to move more aggressively and even deny more space from Sensations. It's currently on the flank. Maxi trying to 1v1 Piney, getting blasted by that Dragon's Fury. Holy God, that weapon is so broken. Nightmare is also waiting for a nice pick, just waiting silently, patiently in the corner for the blue team to push out, but there's not much time to work with. Medigun's very slowly getting picked up, and looks like we are heading into just a little bit of a lag, but going in is the blue team. On the left side, all red team is currently set up. Budget Tokens taking quite a lot of damage there, only losing Piney. Skyper and Fizzypuck both dead for the blue team. Max is also joining the team of the dead. I think this is very difficult. I mean, I don't know what can happen in 20 seconds, but Sensations really need to step up their game and go on the point no matter what.
They just can't break through that aggressive hold. I mean, they didn't have too much trouble actually winning DM fights when Budget Tokens are like out in the open, but it's just not possible. Every time they try and go through these kind of small choke points, whichever choke point they choose, they just get completely shut down. They finally starting to get onto the point a little bit, getting times two, but Piney on the flank there, gets the force out, doing the mad damage, finally gets taken down by Maxi there. They are going to be able to capture the point there as Budget Tokens regroup. They've got the 85% Uber, they're going to have a massive advantage. Ollie as well going down to the sniper. The sniper by Porky, they're going to be able to walk this back in now, Jake. I mean, there's no stopping them. Shaggy gets in so deep before they have to use there. And yeah, I mean, they're getting so many frags, they're getting good time on point. They push Sensation right back here.
Yeah, Sensations really need to get on the point right now. Fizzypuck is just going in, going for DVS. DVS on fire and low on health, but it doesn't matter in the end. As the third point of this map goes to the way of Budget Tokens. Well played by them. I mean, it looked like it was a very, very balanced game in the beginning. I mean, the first point went to the way of Budget Tokens, and then Sensations actually equalized. And then after that, it was just every single game, every single round, it was just the first mid-fight was won by Budget Tokens, and the second mid-fight was won by Budget Tokens. They were taking the aggressive spots and denying all this room from Sensations. And ever since they managed to figure this out, it was basically game over.
I think as soon as they were able to work out that aggressive play style, Budget Tokens basically just had that in the bag. They Sensation really just didn't stand a chance, I don't think, against that aggressive play style. They couldn't beat the flank. Credo and Crime on the flank there, holding down Concrete was just impenetrable, and really like. And then meanwhile, on the other side, the combo was just doing so much work from Shaggy's damage, Alfie on the cleanup. Those two work really well together in sixes. It's no surprise they're doing a good job together in Highlander. And meanwhile, Piney using that Dragon's Fury. Now, there's a reason why it's banned in ETF2 there. I mean, that is absolutely just destroying everything. As soon as he gets in there, he's just hitting all his shots and it's doing mad damage. And I mean, wow, I've never seen it, properly used in a competitive match before. And I was so surprised by how effective it was, especially on a map like Product.
As we're taking a look at the logs right now, it's no surprise that here Budget Tokens is definitely taking the lead in the kills. I mean, look at Krima. Krima was basically always up in the grill of Sensations. He was doing an amazing job harassing, staying alive, trying to do as much damage as possible before bailing out, and very often going for the medic as well. So insane 33 kills for him on this map is very, very respectable. What's also very respectable is look at the Piney kills. Piney got 28 kills in that map. For a Pyro is actually really insane, because using that Dragon's Fury, as you said, it's just going in, not really worrying about the combo or staying alive or spy checking, just goes in the grill and tries to do as much damage as possible, finishing off all the running away players. As for Sensations, obviously we can see Skyper leading with the kills with Maxi, both with 21 kills on Skyper, 21 on Maxi.
Fire on 26 to 25.
Yeah, and Fire is also very well. I mean, he was creating all the opportunities for Sensations. He was the playmaker here. I believe it's Toast, as my little note says. But he was creating all the opportunities for Sensations, and after each opportunity created, Sensations was actually able to push through and cap the point. However, once the enemy team, Budget Tokens, figured out that Fire is just an annoying spy to deal with, they just stopped caring about him, and that's what the turning point was for Budget Tokens. Managed to actually get a control and hold the point for a longer period of time.
Absolutely, I was so surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised by Fire's performance there, getting, as you said, all the picks they needed to push, and it seemed that like whenever Sensation were able to capitalize on a point there, it was due to Fire's big plays on the demo, on the medic, and just generally just getting so many frags. You know, as you say, he top frag for his team, putting in 26 frags there compared to Nightmare on 19, which is still commendable. But I mean, going back to Budget Toucans, you can see how insane their flank was. I mean, as you said, Krymer on 33 kills, Creedu on 31, Krymer with 544 DPM. That is nuts for a soldier there. I mean, I think that was the highest. No, not quite. Skyper actually hitting 580, which is
Slightly
really
more,
good as well there.
Slightly more, but he's
more.
a demo man.
He's a demo man.
Like I said, he's one of the most aggressive demo men for Highlander. I had the pleasure to play with him, and it is very difficult to keep up with him as a medic, as a combo, because he just goes in, gets the damage done. What Sensations actually lacked was the follow-up to clean up all the damage that Skyper has done, just as Krima and Piney did together. Credo was also 31 kills, very respectable, just cleaning up, and the whole flank consisting of Credo, Krima, and Piney was doing most of the job for the team, with DVS basically keeping them all alive and Alfie just putting out the damage as well. I mean, Shaggy as well, 10,000 damage, not too bad, 17 kills only, but he was creating the opportunities, the damage, and he was leading all the charges. So overall, Budget Toucans were very well done then. 3-1 on product, as we're going to be heading to Copenhagen, which is another COF map. So we're about to expect just about as much action as in the first game. It was a very quick game, and basically neither of the teams let go.
Absolutely. I mean, if we're talking coal plant, sorry, I think there's going to be a lot of dependency on a good flank. So if we can see Creedu and Krymer sort of turn up like they did in the product game, then we're going to be seeing a very good game by Budget Toucans again, because obviously the soldier and the scout can do so much work on this map. The flank is really easy to sort of access and get behind enemy lines and whatnot. Similarly, a good spy can do a lot of work on this map as well, from what I've seen. And I think that Fire, if he can make the same plays that he did in the previous match, then we could be seeing some really good opportunities for Sensation to be pushing off. And once again, Demo Men, as with any COF map really, very important that a strong Demo Man. Again, Skyper putting in mad damage. I think it's more up to his team to be able to follow up on it. I mean, I saw on the logs there that I think it was Mop on heavy. Wasn't really getting a huge amount of frags, and it was kind of shows that he needs maybe maybe follow up a little bit more, and that might be what they need to win this next one.
All right, so before we head to the second game and the set, we're going to have a little bit of an ad break for you guys, so hopefully stay tuned, and then we see you soon.
If you think this looks strange, you should see my revolver. STN Trading, for the discerning gentle person.
And welcome back once again. Casting Highlander here at Copenhagen live. The LAN setting is quite respectable, as before we only had 2 LANs, and they were both in Germany, and this time we are actually here in Copenhagen at the Copenhagen Games. Able to cast this game. Highlander, amazing. Really happy to be here again.
Absolutely, it's so nice to see a very impressive audience and a lot of people turning up to this Highlander LAN. I would say it's the first formal Highlander LAN, Deutschland. Very, very amazing to watch and amazing to play. But this is the first time I think we've had a professional setup, and it's really nice to see. And I hope we can push for this in the future. Maybe get future Copenhagen Game Highlander LANs going. Be a nice little revitalize Highlander a little bit. So thank you to everyone who's checking in currently, and we hope you enjoy the future matches we got planned. If you're just tuning in now, this is Sensation versus Budget Toucans. This is the second map on Koth Coal Plant. They just played Product. Budget Toucans taking the victory 3-1 here. So we're currently in the pre-game, waiting for the setups for this next match. But I mean, judging by the previous match you just saw there, Jake, what would you say predictions-wise? Do you think the Budget Toucans are going to have any trouble taking this next one?
I think Budget Tokens definitely have what it takes. They have an amazing flank working together, and they definitely have the cohesion. This is what I always stress when I cast. The cohesion is very important in Highlander. If you don't have that kind of understanding between players, it won't work. You have to have the chemistry. You have to just understand each other without words. For Sensation, they have a little bit of trouble with that. They kind of only recently started playing together again, and that could be a problem for them, especially going into the second game here on another COF map. But knowing what they did wrong and what they did right last round, I think we're going to have to see a lot more defense on the flanks and denying Krima, Piney, and Credo all the room that they had. Because they had so much room, they could build IKEA furniture. It was incredibly good for the flank to actually do as much damage, as much trouble as they did there. As for Sensations, I mean, what I can expect from them is Kuiper again being super aggressive and maybe even working as a flank, reworking a little bit of that combo. Maybe have a different class staying with the combo, allowing Kuiper to just be on the flank and doing what he does best, which is damage.
Quite possibly, yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd have to agree with you there. You know, the flank opportunity for this map is just insane, and as we saw the previous game, Budget Toucan's flank was just so on point, and Piney following up as well. I think he was playing quite a lot. He sort of jumped in between the flank and the combo quite a lot, and it seemed to work. When he was needed in the combo, he was putting out the damage. As soon as they needed some more help on the flank, he sort of rotated over, and that Dragon's Fury could just counter just about anything. You know, as I said before, it's the first time I've really seen it in a competitive environment. It's very interesting to watch how he plays with it, and really skillful as well. So.
And yeah, I mean, this is another very vertical map. It has some long sightlines for snipers, but you can also have those hallways, those garage rooftops that you can hide behind. As a jumping class, you can jump on them. You can deny a lot of room with just staying there, and the snipers also will have a lot of room to work with nice air shots. Hopefully, you can see them as well. But yeah, I mean, this map, vertical, pretty straightforward, nice large point in the middle, and an underneath area where you can sneak behind as a spy. So once again, Fire and Nightmare will be trying to do their best to disrupt the enemy as much as they can, create some opportunities with other classes trying to follow up on those opportunities created. That's what we can expect from this map. Again, COF map, pretty straightforward.
I think so, yeah. I mean, ultimately, it comes a lot down to DM, which is something you don't really see all the time in sort of the Highland scene. I've always said a lot of it is about good synergy, good tactics. But when you're playing these COF maps, you sort of push aside a lot of the tactics and just go for who can pump out the most damage. If you've got a good demo and a good sniper holding down sightlines, you're going to be able to hold the points. Whereas more with something like Payload, it's a lot more about, you know, trying to position your players in the right way at the right time and make something of it. But I believe we are
going live
now. That is right. So this is the second round, Budget Toucans versus Sensation on COF Coal Plant here. We're going to be seeing who gets out to mid first. Shaggy by a long shot, getting so much aggression out there, locking down the doors, and Skyper wasn't really even able to get onto the midpoint at all there. However, brilliant snipe there by Ollie onto DVS. No heals for the Toucans. They are playing very aggressive though. They've got the right picks though. They might be able to take this regardless, but it looks like they're opting to back off a little bit there. And I don't really know where the other team is either. They are very slow to point. They just got the pick onto the medic. What are they doing? They need to be in on this.
Again. Oh, going for an air shot on Ollie. Didn't quite manage to do so, but he's very low on health, finally getting finished off. But here Dave is healing up his team with a Doggo. Is currently, holding behind the point, but the point is still not capped by neither of the teams. It's very difficult because it was an amazing pick by Ollie and wasn't followed up on by Sensations. Finally, they're getting closer to it, but points still uncapped.
I don't really know where they were for that. I mean, I saw them just playing back there. You would have thought as soon as they got that pick on the med, they would have been swarming the point there, trying to lock off exits so that they could try and get some more picks onto Budget Toucans there. Another pick by Fire onto DVS, though, is going to maybe provide the opportunity for them to cap, and this time they do. Very good to see. Finally, 2 med picks already, and they've only just got the point there. But they're off to a good start as... They have lost a few players, though. They have to play slightly passive. Fire getting caught out by Crimer. And now Budget Toucans are going to have their full roster to be pushing back in there. They're not wasting any time either. They're pushing aggressively. Alfie in so deep. Shaggy getting picked off, though. Ollie already on a 4K as well. He's doing a lot of work for his team there, but they do lose the point. Alfie gets away with his life. Skyper goes down, however. It's looking quite good for Budget Toucans here, if they can just play a little bit more aggressive though. But Doggo, he wants to take that fight. He is hungry for more, and he is just by himself on the point, capturing it. No one is stopping him either. Finally, Alfie, after the buff, is going to maybe give it a bit of give it a shot, but he gets picked off by Ollie, and they're able to cap it, and I have no idea what is happening there.
It's just BV as an engineer going on the point. Toucans weren't really interested into defending this. As a result, Budget Toucans losing the point here. Dave is actually in a lot of trouble once again by Piney going from behind. Krima's actually taking down Maxi on the flank as well, but very close there for the medic to go down. He does manage to save his 100%. DVS going down again, 0% for him. Looks like the point will belong to Sensations for quite some time. Nightmare trying to play a little bit of a mind game and get Skyper. It's unfortunate for the team, but they do have quite a lot of people up and running still with that Uber charge ready to go. They're getting pushed out by Alfie and Shaggy, finally popping, but possibly dropping some players here. BV actually going back. Mop is the only player being flashed at the moment, trying to block this point, but without any reinforcements, the point will belong to Budget Toucans just now.
That was a brilliant force there by Budget 2 because they pushed in, got the force out. You saw how quickly they backed out, and then as soon as that Uber was fading, ran back in. Creedu dropped the Mad Milk on them, and they just ran straight in. And look at Piney taking down BV and the Sentry and the Teleporter as well with that Dragon's Fury. They're playing so aggressive now in the enemy lobby. Kerfu, he's putting down a little sneaky little Sentry there. He does get picked off by Alfie, however, no, by Squirrel, sorry. But yeah, I mean, look at this aggressive playstyle on the left side. They use the Uber, very aggressive indeed. I don't know if that was the right decision, however, as now Dave's going to be coming in with about 70%. They want to push up on this left side. So they got to deal with Alfie though. He's in the aggressive. He's by himself. He's going to be mincemeat real quick as well. Piney too goes down as well there. So now they've got an opening on the left side if they choose to take it. Dave coming in with the Uber now, and they can walk this in. I think they can probably take this here.
No problems here. I mean, they're on the left side on the flank, waiting for some spots to be freed by the enemy team. Going in Skyper very aggressively, trying to pick off Shaggy. Shaggy's low health. Max actually going in, gets the kill, but the cost of Skyper. Here, Doggo on the back, still that 100% Uber charge, still point not being capped. Is only Qfurl trying to delay it, as well as Credo going on the point, blocking just a second longer. Doggo is the only person able to cap the point, and he's going to finish it finally. However, it's going to come at a cost of a very long respawn time for the blue team. They only have 5 people up at the moment. Short respawn times for Budget Toucans will mean that they will be able to get on the point. Now 100% Uber charge for DVS. That 100% advantage that Dave had didn't really come into play. Going in on the point right now, capping slowly Shaggy and DVS alone on the point, getting the Uber out. There's Dave with the counter pop, flashing heavily. Shaggy is very dangerous, gonna catch off Dave, not quite. A few sticks there, but detonated not too late. Pyra going down their Fizzy Pug, and the point belongs now to Budget Toucans.
I wasn't sure about that Uber to begin with there. It seemed like that Solo and Shaggy wasn't really going to go in their favor. Then all of a sudden, just Creedu just glides in and just absolutely takes that Uber and makes it possible to sort of take some momentum forward. And they get some good picks there and are able to capitalize on the point. Shaggy, however, getting backstabbed. Brilliant pick there by Fire. He goes down himself and the damage has been done. They can probably they may be able to make something of this, but at the moment, like, the picks just coming in. Creedu getting the kill onto Fizzy Pug there. And they're holding this really well. Finally, Sensation coming in from that balcony area. They want to push in a little bit. It's going to be Mop who's just using those Fists of Steel to try and tank as much damage. He goes down, but they're starting to get players on point now. Frags back and forth. Good picks there for Sensation with no DVS, so no heals at all. Dave now coming in onto 100%. They're going to have this Uber here. With a minute left, they can definitely do this. They're in a good position here, Jacob. They can just hold their Uber down for as long as possible, and they could quite easily take this back.
Squirrel on the flank actually finishing off DVS. Very well done and managing to get a 100% Uber advantage for Dave. They do have the point, they have the position, and Ollie's currently on the flank as well, helping out. There's a chunk of players on the flank on the little gravel pit there. Oh, but the medic gets dropped by Proki. Nice body shot coming out from Budget Toucans. And now Sensations are in shambles. Doggo going down there trying to find the pig, but didn't manage to quite to do so. 70% Uber charge on DVS. Only 19 seconds to go after they cap. That's a very grim situation here for Sensation. Looked so good up until that drop. Very unfortunate there for Dave, as Sensation struggling to get even to the point. 10 seconds left. Skyper on the flank, probably will jump in. No, he won't, as Proki denies him as well. That's another kill for him. Still blocking that sideline. Dogo is going on the point buffed, but there is an uber charge pop on the point. And the first point of Copenhagen goes to the way of Toucans.
That was absolute carnage there for Sensation. They just got held, they sort of got all isolated in that sort of left connector, and the bomb from Crimer just did absolutely insane damage there. After the drop by Dave, Crimer just sort of bombed straight in there, did a load of work. Porky getting some good snipes as well there, some brilliant headshots by him, and yeah, they were just able to recapitalize that and take the point back now. Next fight there, Shaggy getting the nice 2K, taking down Skyper, and Maxi as well, Fire and Mop all down as well. Porky with the brilliant headshot there, Squirrel falling too. So no one has even died for the Toucans here, and they want to take this aggression, they want more. They're going in very aggressive. Dave getting taken down by the Dragon's Fury there. Piney doing so much work. I've said it once, I'll say it again. He is absolutely unstoppable with that Dragon's Fury there. And we got this aggressive playstyle, the same sort of setup that we may have seen in Product, and boy, did it work for them. Now they are able to just hold down any choke point, and that's exactly what they need to do. They're the flank on the left side and the combo on the right, and it's really working out for them.
100% Uber advantage here for DVS. Healing up Proki, Alfie, but Fire's going from behind. He may be able to get a stab, gets a heavy, but the rest of the team turns around, not quite enough, as the demo goes down as well. Finally getting finished off by Piney, but that's two very important classes down for Budget Toucans here. Sensation slowly making their way, only 50-60% charge on their counter here. Credo trying to get the medic flying all the way in the air, but getting finished off by the blue team here. Sensation making their way to the point right now. 75% Uber charge. Medic DVS actually going down there to a nice bomb from Squirrel, dropping the Uber charge. Very unfortunate once again for Budget Toucans. And finally, the point belongs to Sensations. What an insane play there on the flank. Fire once again opening up quite a lot of room for his team.
That's exactly what I was saying. He may not have been able to get the medic there, but the pick onto the heavy and on the demo is just what they need to warrant a good push there. They're able to concentrate their players into the flank, take down the flank, and then just push straight onto the point. That's exactly what they did, and boy, did it work for them. But the frag's coming back in for them now, only Piney down, and they want to retake this. The very, very good bomb, double bomb in fact, gets the force out onto Dave, and Shaggy's still behind enemy lines there, and he is determined to get a little bit more done. He has to try and take down Mop. He does indeed. Trying to take down Skyper as well there with the help of Credo, I believe he does. Dave as well getting body shot down. Fire goes down as well. Brilliant repush there by Toucans.
Oh, that was so well executed. I mean, they had everything going for them, and Dave was just overextending. He tried to save his demo man there as well. But because of that, he overextended, got headshot by the Sniper Proki. He's not going to give him any room to work with. And currently, once again, what we saw before, Budget Toucans just taking all the advantage they can get, getting all the way up the grill of Sensations. Now Fire trying to find a situation here. He will shoot down the Proki. Oh, he's so low, but didn't quite manage to do so. Has to run away. But look at this, Sensations lacking players. Dave going down again. Not having Uber charge to work with. DVS slowly building his. Krimas all the way on the flank with no health, but still fighting, still being annoying with Proki as well. Checking out that sideline, but Ollie is on the duty. Counter sniping now. There's a lot of room for the blue team here. Sensations to push out with DVS. Currently pissed on, but that's how life goes. Shaggy is currently trying to spam out the chokes. Timer is going down for Sensations. They need to make a play. They need to get out of the spawn. This is unacceptable at this level. 50% for DVS, 15% for Sensation here. Dave, they're going in with dry Ubers, looking for the pigs.
Absolutely. They've sort of had to back up a little bit there. DVS getting out with his life. He's getting chased down pretty hard. They're hot on his heels at the moment there. And Alfie, though, coming up from the under area, taking down Dave. Brilliant little sneaky heavy play by him. Wow, what an absolute gamer there. And he's going to basically open up opportunities. Well, I was going to say open opportunities to actually defend this, but they actually walk back onto the point there and take the point. 2 minutes for them. They can do it. Only 30 seconds or so left for Budget Toucans there. They want to get back in on this before Dave respawns. He's got a huge 15-second respawn here as he just goes down again to Porky. He cannot stay alive to save his life. And yeah, I mean, brilliant re-aggression, capitalizing on those picks. Budget Toucans get the point that they want more. They're back in again. Going to try and get that kill onto Ollie there. It's the 1v1 against Piney, and he is going to come out victorious as expected there. And look at where they're playing. They're just playing so sneaky at the moment with only 10 seconds left. They're just going to be playing the point now, but Fire comes in, gets the stab onto Shaggy. If now's the time for them to retake this, Soldier tries to get back onto the point there. Skyper as well, but the Uber comes off, and Skyper has not got a chance. He has to try, and someone has to deal with him. Finally gets taken down, and they take this to 2-0.
That's so unfortunate for Sensations. They've been trying to do their best. They're getting the right picks at the right times. Again, Fire's creating a lot of room for them to work with. But ultimately, every time Toucans, when they get an advantage, they're not going to let it go. And every single round is the same situation. They're just pushing up all the way to the spawn of the enemy team. At Skyper this time, a little bit slower again from Shaggy. The entire red team just going on the point. They're not going to be hiding behind any obstacles. Going in the open with the heals from DVS. Getting pissed on again. Ollie's doing an amazing job with the Girardi. Mop is going in, trying to finish off the heavy, but no, Alfie's coming out victorious. Skyper is putting a lot of damage there on the medic. Medic goes down there. Maxi finishing him off, but at what cost? 4 people down for the blue team. Dave is still keeping alive, but the DVS down. Even though the point belongs to Budget Toucans now, it'll be very easy for the blue team here to repush.
Absolutely, yeah. All their spawners almost up now, just waiting on Fire to come up there and BV in a few seconds, and then they can really make this repush work there as Porky goes down along with Creedu. Good picks for a push here. Alfie too, but the bomb from Crimer comes in, trying to get as much damage as he can. They actually managed to take down the flank there. Maxi and Squirrel.
Nightmare so close. They finally find him out. Oh my god. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Nightmare was so close to stabbing Dave in the back, dropping that Uber charge, but he managed to save this, and now the point finally is going to belong to Sensations.
Really, and what makes it even better is they didn't even have to use the Uber to get the point there, so now they can sit comfortably, providing Drave doesn't put himself into any dangerous position there. They should be able to hold on to this for a while. They have to bait the force out, which is all going to use up all-important time for Budget Toucans there. Piney coming on the back lines there in the 1v1 against Kerful, takes him down but gets taken down himself by Squirrel with the rocket launcher there. Now they can hold fairly aggressively. Dave playing fairly comfortably at the moment. DVS about 45% behind him there. Fire getting caught out. Porky, however, getting taken down. It's going to help Dave hold on to his Uber for now. And yeah, they're just playing nice and aggressively. This is how we really want to see Sensation. It's the only problem arises when they start really giving up the space. But at the moment, they're holding onto it quite well there. Ollie getting taken down. Piney as well there. The Uber actually comes out. Counter Uber by DVS. He got that really well, actually. And they're going to definitely have the better Uber here as Dave gets piped down back into the respawn queue there. And they're going to be able to take this point with no problems at all.
That's so unfortunate there. I mean, Dave had all the advantage to work with. They could be a little bit more aggressive, go for the medic, pop a little bit early. They had a lot of room to work with, but they just waited and waited and waited too long as DVS just got hairs and popped back way later than Dave did. And as a result, point now belongs to Budget Toucans, and once again being very aggressive, holding in the lobby. BV trying to spot out the enemies. Nightmare is also a very good spot right now, watching over. Flank is being played here by Sensations going in. There's a good spot here, there's a lot of open room for them to work with. Going in, Skyper with the bomb, trying to get the medic, and he does with an amazing pipe there. DVS goes down, 44% for Dave. No, he gets actually equalized by Proki. Amazing headshot there, as right now this could be anyone's game for 3 people up. For Budget Toucans, currently trying to fight for the point as much as they can. 3 people up for the blue team as well. Sensation's going to get their respawns a little bit quicker as they don't have the point. They may be able to retake it yet, but Budget Toucans are not letting go. Look at how far Piney is. Mini sentry set up by Qfro still up and still being annoying. I mean, Budget Toucans, all they do is just go in forward, press W, and they take everything they can without any fails. Even if they lose some players, they still have so much time because they are holding the enemy team so far back.
Absolutely, they do so much work with their Ubers, something we don't see from Sensation so much. Like the space the Budget Toucans seem to be taking is phenomenal there. Porky going down, Nightmare as well, so Dave doesn't have to worry about those pit glasses, but Crimer comes in, gets Dave so low. Is that a pause? Or is that a bit of, no, just a little bit of lag there, as Dave actually does go down in the end to Crimer. Brilliant rockets by him, and Piney getting the pick onto Fire as well. Loads of players down for Sensation at the moment, and for now Budget Toucans can hold this comfortably. 40 seconds left. DVS going to have a huge Uber advantage as well there. Crimer and Creedy both go down as well, so if now a perfect opportunity perhaps for Sensation to push up on the flank side. That's exactly what they want to do there, pushing up now onto the battlements. Someone's going to have to deal with them. Getting out good damage. Bomb from Squirrel comes in, takes down the sentry. And now he needs to put some damage out onto that medic. But Shaggy getting the nice 2k, taking down Skyper and Ollie there. Only 15 seconds left. DVS, however, did go down along with Kuffel and Nightmare as well, so they could potentially get hold of this point there, but Budget Toucans are stubborn. They do not want to give this up there. Maxi is going to be taking the lead there along with Mop. Mop doing a ton of work. Almost gets Shaggy. There he goes. Brings him down. They managed to get hold of the point there with 2 seconds left for Budget Toucans. So they can just play the point. They can take this and take the map.
Yeah, now Maxi is actually 1v1 Credo, but Credo wins out on this one. Now Ollie's being harassed by him. Credo on no health virtually, but takes down Squirrel as well. And now the flank with Piney and Krama going on the flank, denying Ollie and Dave from the point. Currently being capped by Budget Toucans. 2 seconds to go. What a play by the Pyro. He's just denying the entire team by himself. Managing to secure himself a 3rd point in this set. As a result, Budget Toucans going through.
What a play there. Just... That seemed even more decisive than, it was more decisive than Products there. And you can see why. You can see that flank just tearing it up. Piney doing a ton of work there. And a player who I kept seeing on the kill feed was actually Kuffel, the engineer. And I've always seen from previous casting experience that engineers can absolutely demolish on coal plant especially. Yeah. And this is just a testament to that. I mean, Kuffel was absolutely just destroying the Sensation combo and the flank as well. He was darting back and forth, getting all the picks he needed. One of those sort of underdog classes that when they do turn up is really good to see. So fair play to Kuffel. You deserve a pat on the back for him. Big time. Pat on the back. Really big time. We'll have a quick look at the logs though. Standing out straight away there. Credo, look at that, 29-12 there, ladies and gentlemen, 428, round of applause for that man, he is so on it today. Following up was Krymer as well, on 26-15, 424 DPM as well, so the flank just absolutely destroying it for Budget Toucans there. Shaggy, 555 DPM there as well, so I think he was the biggest damage dealer by quite a distance as well there, so you can really see why Budget Toucans didn't have any trouble taking this in a 3-0.
Yeah, look at the Proki as well. Proki getting 20 kills, only 11 deaths, putting out 11 headshots as well. It's very respectable for a sniper, and utilizing those sniper sightlines. Ollie was not really far behind with 15 kills, but is definitely losing out on those sniper battles, even though he got more headshots overall. Fire this time, he created, I think, 1 or 2 opportunities for his team, but wasn't as effective as in the last round. I think Budget Toucans just realized that Fire is just very difficult to handle, and they just knew to handle themselves without the help of Piney, as Piney is constantly on the flank. Look at his kills and deaths, 22-14 for a Pyro is absolutely insane, compared to Fizzypuck, who is playing more traditional combo-based Pyro. Only got 10 kills, got 20 deaths. Even though he was doing his job trying to deny Nightmare on only 12 kills, still, Piney was just such a very important pillar to his team, helping out the flank, basically constantly with Credo and Crime on the flank, doing all the damage, doing all the DPS, and it's just, in the end, it worked out for them swimmingly. Skyper was completely denied as well. Look at his damage. 18 kills, that's respectable, but only 6,000 damage, barely over. Whereas here you can see that the other demo man, Shaggy, putting out 9,500 there. So definitely something that needs to be looked at going further into the tournament.
Absolutely, yeah. The damage from Shaggy was just insane. The follow-up as well, you can see Alfie coming in 15 frags. It's pretty respectable, to be fair, and decent damage for a heavy 340 DPM. So you can see that the follow-up's really working between Shaggy and Alfie there. And I think Alfie also doing a good job of spy checking, because as you said, Piney sort of taking a slightly different role from the traditional Pyro role. He's playing way more aggressive. You can see in the damage, hitting 334 DPM. You would never have seen that 2 or 3 years ago from the Pyro there, but that seems to be the upcoming meta for that class. So it's respectable to see that it's provable in land that the new Pyro meta can work, and it really is, because look at that, 22-14.
So difficult to deal with. What do you do against a Pyro? Just goes up to your grill. You can't really run away because he's the same speed as you. You can try to shoot him down, but he has more DPS than you. So what do you do in that situation? If he's 1v1ing you and you're close range, you almost have no chance to live, especially if you're a medic. And he wouldn't do anything else but just go up close, try to sneak behind like a spy, and just do damage and hope for kills. And it just worked perfectly for them, and he was a very important pillar of the team. as well as Krima and Credo. I mean, the flank on Budget Tokens is to be reckoned with, and I think we'll have to be looking at them very closely going further into the tournament against other teams as they clash.
Definitely agree there, and it'll be interesting to see if any other of the competing teams in this LAN maybe adopt the Dragon's Fury tactic, because I mean,
It's insane.
as you know, it was banned in ETF2L. I think they wanted to make sure that it could be used in like a balanced way. They've made the decision, Copenhagen Games, to use it in this tournament here, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some more Dragon's Fury plays coming in from the teams in the future matches of this LAN there. So really well played by Piney there. But we are going to take a short ad break now, so we'll be right back with you guys.
Keys me. Ah! Oh. STN Trading, for the discerning gentle person.
And welcome back. Once again, Budget Tokens versus Sensations, 2-2-0 in maps, 3-1 on Cov Product, 3-0 on a coal plant. So very respectable. Congratulations to Tokens, but obviously Sensations are not out of the tournament yet. They still are in the lower bracket. They will be able to continue their fight for the first place. However, we will be going back to the Sixes stream again. Slowly we'll be transitioning, but do stay on this channel as we'll be going over to essentials.tf. So hopefully you stay with us, and well, we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Keys me. Ah! Oh. STN Trading, for the discerning gentle person.
Yeah. I was a terror since the public school era.